The other day, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and the conversation was primarily regarding romantic relationships. And we started talking about love languages. And this is a test that I think at one point or another, most people have probably had to do. Do the test, write all the questions down, it shoots you out an answer at the end. And we started talking about how love languages as a popular term has been used primarily in romantic relationships to explain or describe how you wish to be treated by your partner. 5 love languages: words of affirmation, gift giving or gifts, acts of service, quality time, and physical touch. Soon after I had that conversation, I had another conversation with a friend of mine, completely unrelated, who expressed to me that in his relationship with his girlfriend, every time that she posts a picture of the two of them on Instagram, if he doesn't comment or like the picture within 30 minutes of her posting it, she'll call him and tell him, "You need to go and comment the picture that I posted of the two of us." And I started thinking about that, the way that we express ourselves in this new internet age. I started thinking about the way that we show love, affection, and I started thinking about how much the world has changed. Words of affirmation, gifts, acts of service, quality time, physical touch. When I thought about the conversation that I had with my friend telling me about his girlfriend on Instagram and thought about these love languages, I remembered my first experience with these love languages. Being a young man, being sent this test to do so that you can show or tell the person that you're in a relationship with what they should do for you, because these are the ways that you want to be loved. But I cracked it. 2 things. Number 1, if I remember correctly, in the test, I think you have 2 primary love languages or whatever it is, or you have 2 main ones, or you identify with 2 love languages. First of all, you can be all of them at the same time. And in different scenarios at different times with different circumstances, you can be more of one than the other at a different point. But the second thing, and what the real hack is that what I understood is that I've been looking at the love language conversation the wrong way around all along. The love language isn't for them. The love language is for you. You must practice these things on yourself. Whatever love language it is that you claim to identify with, when was the last time you did it for yourself? So I recently did the test, and my love language, according to this test, is words of affirmation. When was the last time I gave myself affirmation? So you're in this relationship, you want words of affirmation or acts of service from this person that you're in a relationship with. But when was the last time that you did those things for yourself? When was the last time I looked in the mirror and said, "Twape, you're awesome"? If gifts is your love language, when was the last time you went out and said, "I'm going to buy myself a gift"? It all sounds great in the abstract way, right? But so many of us are seeking affirmation from external sources, but not getting them from within. How many of us are waiting for our partners to show up, but we're not even showing up for ourselves? How many of us are waiting for a boss to recognize us as a star, but we don't see ourselves as stars? I thought about all of this and I started thinking about a phrase that I often use with my sister, which is boundaries. Boundaries. When I hear boundaries, I think to myself, how often do you say to yourself, "How dare so-and-so talk to me like that? I can't believe my boss spoke to me like that today. I can't believe my sister spoke to me like this today. I can't believe so-and-so had the nerve to say such and such to me." And then what we do is we then say, I need to set boundaries. I need to set boundaries so that this person knows that they can't speak to me like that. But a boundary is a wall that's being built after the fact because there was something that wasn't done to begin with. If you link that to the love language conversation, my point is that The reason that your boss, your sibling, your mom spoke to you like that is because you allowed them to, and you haven't shown them that you value yourself, because nobody would speak to you that way if they knew that you wouldn't allow it. I think that so many of us are struggling so much, seeking affirmation, seeking validation. And I've been thinking about the love language thing, and I think that so often it's used only in the context of romantic relationships, but it can be across the board, not only with a partner, parents, bosses, friendships. How often do you hear of stories of people who have their birthdays and they want all their friends to get them gifts? When was the last time you did something for yourself? We're all out there picking at other people, looking for other things from other people, creating expectations of other people when we're not prepared to expect those things from ourselves. So maybe really the most important love language is to just love yourself.